What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Thróttur Reykjavik Save. We're here, Champions League match day. You can see Atletico Madrid, but it's been a long season, so let's catch up. League-wise, well, first we'll start Icelandic Cup because it's right there. We did win the final once again. Carlson getting the goal in that one. In the league, we've already been confirmed champions. That's the relegation group. Championship group, we have confirmed champions 21-1 at this point, 63-4, 8 against. We've done very well this season. Keflavik sitting second, and then the race for Europe is very tight, 37, 37, 36, and 34. Really hoping HK and Brettavlik get back in there. Really, it's just other than Fylkir, Valor's a good team as well. They've got good players. But squad-wise, big change as well. But before we even actually get to the squad-wise thing, European-wise, we're in. No big deal. Brettavlik were also in the qualifying rounds. Their first game they drew Jipo, or first round they drew Jipo from Georgia, I believe. Finland. And then they got Ike Athens and fought the Ike Athens. Keflavik was the Europa League side, and you can see they are out. They had Maribor first, and they get through, and then they fall to Midtjylland, which is respectable, but then they have Spartak Varna out of Bulgaria, and they lose to Spartak Varna, which is a very big disappointment. Keflavik's a very good side, and for them to fall is very disappointing. But you can see right there, HK has indeed succeeded. Finally, somebody else from Iceland is in. They had Dila first. They won both those games, and they had Pushkas Akademia. They won the first leg 3-0, and that was enough. And then they fell in the first game to Molde, and then they end up winning on pens. You see Birker Ulfarsson, our guy, who's on loan, ends up missing a penalty kick for him. But Fantas Cham, HK, do enough in the penalty shootout and advance into the league phase. They'll play Partizani, Fenerbahce, Osijek, Utrecht, Dinamo Batumi, and Malmo. So it's going to be a very interesting campaign for HK. We'll see how they do. In their first ever time in. So we'll see. Transfer wise, you can see our history in 2035: 25 out, 14 and a half in. So we'll go and we'll be looking. I'm going to go to this one. So you can see here, Pacific Nyon is off to Saudi Arabia, to Al Hilal, 1.9 million. Really disappointing that he went ahead and left. Not much else I could do. He wanted his force out. He was trying to force his way out, and he did so. Sanu Lukin finally made his way out to PSG. He's got that huge valuation now. He's actually already played in the league for PSG, so good on them. And then Antonis Koumantris also getting a move away for cheap. Ever since he joined us, he had not done great, really. And I think it was just the right time for him to go. It just made sense. We made money on him, so it is what it is. Now, transfers in, we saw Payet, Kakasa, Kovalev, Vester, Pernica, Fofana, Kolic, Taku, Klein. I believe all of those guys we had been aware of, had seen. That was before we even started this season. So, a couple more young players coming in. Arnold Daman, 18-year-old Cameroonian center back, not out on loan, still in our U19s. 6 foot tall, got some decent potential. We'll see how things turn out for him. Samba Ngam, 18-year-old Senegalese striker. He's done quite well for our youth teams so far. So again, U20 international for Senegal, 18 years old. We'll see how he turns out. Both of those less than 200K. And then we bought Jonathan Roque, 19-year-old Costa Rican, came in at 18. He's international already with Costa Rica. He's played a few games for us. With Comantris leaving, he was coming in, so instead of recalling somebody, I just decided just to keep him around to get him some minutes. He's done okay. Hasn't done great though, in his limited minutes he has had. And then we spent a whole 7K on Ali Hussein, a Lebanese right back, 5'7", again 18. For that cheap, you can't lose. 2K, he's an international player already, 18 years old. So we'll see how things turn out for him. And then we got Drazen Jurek, 18-year-old center back, 6'6" with 20 jumping reach. It's pretty solid. He's on loan at Keflavik already. So we'll see how he turns out. He's played a couple minutes. I bought him right at the end of the window for 750K, so he hasn't had a great deal of a chance. And then our bigger signing that is at the club is Dario Petruzevski, a North Macedonian international. He's got one cap. Center mid, can play cam as well, but mostly that center mid spot. Looks quite solid. He is quite solid. He's got two appearances in the Champions League. Wasn't for me though, obviously. A couple appearances off the bench in the league, and he has done quite well in the league for me. So very impressive with him, 18 years old. Pretty happy with that. And then if I were to go to, I don't think I got anyone. I did. So I got a couple guys on free. We saw Ekis. I brought in Bandar Al-Zahrani, 20 years old, center back, Saudi Arabia. Again, worth a try getting them in. All about the loan farms at this point. It's just getting guys in and trying to get as many guys available for the whole country. Alexander Antejevic is at loan in Serbia, but Serbian young goalkeeper. Again, free. Why not take a punt at him? And then Samuel Reed has really frustrated me. He's got, we'll go over it in a second, but Samuel Reed has really been frustrating. Kobakidze was hurt for a couple weeks and was, those non-EU spots were frustrating me. So brought in Dragan Pavic. First off, his name's Dragan. He's free from Montenegro. So why not give him a try, give him a go? He's got 16 finishing. Some decent career stats wise. Hasn't really taken off for me, but he's not played a lot of minutes. So I'm not too fussed about it. Nothing crazy. He's on a free, no crazy wages. And then future transfers, we have Ibrahima Kaba, 17-year-old Ghanaian central midfielder, potentially right midfielder, from Foot Elite. Again, he's a 17-year-old. He's got some decent current ability, decent potential on a free. So why not take a punt at him? 650K for the Lithuanian center back Montes Jonatis, 6'5" center back. Again, decent. He's an okay player. If I can get him on loan in Iceland, he'll be quite useful. 650K. And then with Njonchuti going after our window closed, we're gonna have to replace him. I had a couple options. The best option with the cheapest really was 22-year-old Japanese international Junta Fukano. 4.9 million is expensive, but I'm actually saving on his wages. There was a Slovakian guy in the Serie A who was about 5.5 million and wanted like an extra 10K in wages. So I went with Junta Fukano. I think he's going to be a brilliant player on that right-hand side. Can play, the exact role that we already use at this point. I think he'll be quite good. Has got some good technique and good pace and stuff about him. So he'll be joining in February along with Jonatis. But yeah, league or squad wise, this is kind of what we're rocking with. This is what we'll rock with the Atletico Madrid game here coming up. Stokes, Lafargue, Carlson, Stu Alderson, Zermaine, Ragnarsson, Oscarsson, Jeffs, NDI, Kolic, Kobakidze. Klein has been registered for a lot of stuff recently. But if I can find Samuel Reed, you can see 3 goals, 1 assist in 24 appearances. I know a lot of it's off the bench, but still no good contributions. The numbers here do look a little weak, but Lulukin and Njonchuti were ripping up the league and getting a lot of them. So that's where a lot of it is. But Kobakidze with another 19 goals, 8 assists. Quite happy with that. League was a little bit less so far this season than last, but He's done quite well again this year, so I can't complain too much on him. NDI has just penned a new contract, so we still got him until 2038 as things stand. Continuing to do well. He's kind of starting to hit, his peak of his powers at the moment, the Senegalese international, but doing quite well. A couple guys wanted. I think Stokes is going to end up being gone soon. He's wanted by Chelsea, and he kind of wants to join them, so I don't think I'll be able to hold on to him much longer. Oskarsson had a promise. I think he still does. I think I still have a promise with him. Yeah. You can see here's our promises. Thorhallsson, that's been sitting there for several transfer windows now, and then Oskarsson for $2.5 million if it comes. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. Coming back from things, Atletico Madrid coming up. Kind of got a hard fixture list in this current season, but hopefully we get a couple good wins in. And hopefully HK get a couple good wins in, and we pick up some really nice points because we're getting really close to having 5 teams qualify for Europe, as well as some extra bumps in our when teams enter the qualifying rounds. So I think we sit in 17th. I think 15th is where some teams kind of move up a little bit in terms of when they actually come into the qualifying rounds in Europa League and in Conference League, and then I believe it's 12th is when a 5th team comes in. Maybe you're mixed around, but we're very close to getting some big time additions and big time steps towards Europe, especially with HK qualifying for Europe and the Conference League. But we got the early possession here inside 3 minutes. Kolic, Zermain, Oskarsson, great ball over to Ragnarsson, NDI, Jeffs. It's Kobakidze. It could have been off. It may have been off. So we're not going to celebrate too much as it goes to VAR, and it's given. And we have 1-0 lead at Atletico Madrid in the Wanda Metropolitano. Inside 4 minutes, it's Kobakidze with the early goal. Zermain throwing it to Oskarsson. Now Zermain looking for Kobakidze, but Diomande steps in. Barrios, Pirola, Da Vinci, great ball, Vitor Roque, he's in space, cuts it back, plays it in, Baena, blocked, cleared, Simeone picks it up, over to Da Vinci, Decat, Barrios, Da Vinci again, Da Vinci still towards the byline, cuts it to Barrios, ball in, brilliant interception from Oskarsson, then Kolic get it clear. As Atletico Madrid continue to keep the pressure on. The only previous matchup between the two sides was a 1-1 draw. I believe it was last season. So hopefully we're able to take a step further and win this game. It's Lafargue to Ragnarsson. Back to Carlson, over to Skulason. Ragnarsson. Great ball. Jeffs in behind, brings it down, has a hit. And Mardashvili saves, but it is off sides. Vitor Roque back to Decat. Da Vinci. Pirola. Da Vinci. Pirola. Simeone. Zermain gets a touch, but not enough as he dives in. Simeone. Nathan Decat cuts inside. Great position. And it's Nathan Decat, the Belgian midfielder. Brings Atletico Madrid back level at 33 minutes. It's a great goal from Atletico Madrid and Decat. And it's really frustrating on our end that Baena has a chance to put it in from a free kick. The wall is not being much of a wall. It's up and over, but it is over the goal. It's halftime at the Estadio Metropolitano, and it is 1-1. It's a very even game. It's a very deserved deadlock at the break. If we were able to break it, new coach will start stepping up a little bit. That back line needs to really solidify things. We need to push on and get this winner. Simeone. Hackman. Simeone. Great win by Oskarsson. Now Kolic looking for Kobakidze, and Kolic gives it away poorly once again. Diomande to Pirola. Da Vinci. Vitor Roque with a great run. Roque in. Baena. Goal. Atletico Madrid Alex Baena, the Spanish international, has brought Atleti back in, or now in front, the first time in this match. And I'm going to bring on Odd Garrison. We need a quick response here. Ashvili to Parola. Barrios. Ragnarsson, great step and win. Svetkov. Oscarsson. Zermain. Odd Garrison. Can he step up? He's had a down year this year, but can he step up in a big moment? Zermain, though. Great ball crossed. It's Svetkov. And it is Laser Svetkov into the back of the net. And just like that, it's 2-2. It's a huge goal. And we're back level with 20 minutes left to play in this game. Skuolison, not Odd Garrison. Odd Garrison, Oscarsson, Zermain. Great ball. Odd Garrison looking for Svetkov, but Hackman steps in. It's a poor ball from Odd Garrison. Zermain. Odd Garrison gets around Gonçalves. Gets in the box. Svetkov's efforts blocked, and Barrios clears. And Barrios is able to pick up possession. Plays it over to Simeone. Matthias. And that's going to do it for that transition. 15 minutes left to play. Can either side find the winner? Was it going to be another deadlock between these two? Gruda loses to Svetkov. Kobakidze now Jeffs. Switching over to Odd Garrison. Brings it down. Gets towards the byline. Can he pick a pass? He can. Klein. Zermain. Svetkov. Ragnarsson's effort from distance is tipped wide by Mamadashvili. Brian Garuda. Former Bournemouth man moves it over to Phil Foden. Israel. Simeone. Simeone to Da Vinci. Israel. Simeone. Gonçalves. And Gonçalves has potentially just won the match for Atletico Madrid. In the 90th minute, it is a great move. And that's probably going to win it for Atletico Madrid. And it is a very tough loss at the very end of this match. But Atletico Madrid bests us here. And we fall 3-2 in the Spanish capital. And that is definitely a gut wrencher and a tough start to our Champions League campaign. And just like that, our push for top 8 has gotten a lot harder. I think we needed points there. We got Roma coming up as well later in this episode. Definitely not an easy draw in games for us this year like it was last. We need to provide some big wins. But we got our youth intake in a couple days. We're going to just show the goals of that Valor game. Is of catching up and all. But we'll see. We shall see how our youth intake looks here in a couple days and get ready for that Roma game. All right, and here's our youth intake. We got a 16-player intake with 8 good prospects. I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, that's not filling me with a great deal of confidence here. They're all Icelandic. They all don't look like they have funky names where they'd be a dual international. These guys don't look too great, honestly. We'll follow up on them and we'll get these guys at least signed for a year, or a couple years. See how they end up developing at all. But yeah, not no top and no elite prospects, so not very good. Okay, guys, here we are for the Roma match between games of the Champions League. Had this Valor game. Pavic played really poorly, missed a pen, but Jeffs with a goal assisted by Klein, who played very well on that left-hand side, and then Kulic came in and scored with an assist from Kobakidze in a game we dominated all the way through. But it's another win for us at the top. But this Roma game is very important. After that loss against Atleti, it's a must-win. It is a very, very, very important game, this one. So hopefully we go ahead, pull through, and get ourselves a win here at home against the Italians. Throws and over to Lafargue. Back to Carlson. Looking to get an early start here. Oskarsson. Over to Zermain. College. Zermain, Oskarsson. Zermain. Oskarsson looking for Kobakidze, but it's won by Castro. Great ball to the top. Linetti's in. It's Linetti into the box. Chipped effort. Brilliant goal. What a finish from Linetti. And Roma have the early lead. 7 minutes on the clock. Linetti gets in behind Carlson and dinks it over Stokes' head. And we fall behind early. That's to Ragnarsson. Looking to switch it over towards College. College to the back post. Jeffs with it. Up top. Oskarsson. Back to Jeffs. Devin Wrench with a great step. Oskarsson still though. It is Oskarsson. Oh, what a finish from Liam Dappy Oskarsson. It is a brilliant finish. And we're back level very early into this game. Still only 14 minutes on the clock. And it is 1-1. Kobakidze with the free kick. To the back post. Headed down in. It's Carlson. And just like that, the script is flipped. And it is 2-1. It's a great ball from Kobakidze. And the big man Carlson getting up and heading it down and in past Villar. And we have taken the lead. Can Roma respond immediately? We've not played Roma before in the save, so this is the first, and it's going to be Sole Nakone. Screw Ellison with a great header. College. In the eye, now Lafargue. Lafargue still with it to Jeffs. Gets past Castro. Jeffs still. Can he find someone? He drops it to Lafargue. To Oskarsson. Zermain, the fullback's really high in this one. Oskarsson shakes his runner, and he's put it in. It's a great goal. And it's 2-2, or it's 2-2 for Oskarsson, the second goal of this game. And it's a 3-1 lead. It's a very quick double from us. Don't know what has happened to my screen now. Don't know what's going on here, but we're seeing the replay. Sole, the corner to Linetti. Linetti to the back post. Ragnarsson really could have left it for a goal kick, but he heads away. It's Kone. Castello. Kone with a great step. Kone forces Stokes into a save, and Roma are starting to reapply some pressure. Still in this first half, but we've been the much better side and have deserved the lead. 3-1, maybe a stretch with the quality of the chances, but it is a 3-1 lead as we are about 5 minutes from halftime. Roma looking to get a goal back. They went up 1-0, and we've hit them for 3 goals. Can they get a goal back? It's Sole in great spot. Had a hit, and Stokes is there to save and push it wide for a corner. And that's full halftime. It's a 3-1 lead for us. It's a deserved lead. Maybe not necessarily a 3-1 lead, but we do deserve to be on top. We have to keep pushing and get something from this. We've got to get this win, see this game out. Sole. Wesley. Sole gets it back. He's out wide on that right-hand side to Wesley. Wesley's in a good spot. Sole. And Linetti in his second goal of the match. And it's 3-2. And there's still a long way to go in this one. And Roma have got to go back very early into this second half. Zermain with the corner. Looking to the middle. Headed in. And it's Skrullison. He doesn't score many, Kasper Skrullison. But he has headed this one in. We have not scored a lot of corners this season. but Zermaine puts the ball right into the middle, and nobody from Roma attacks. And Skúlason, the Dane, is there to get up and head it in, and we've reinstated that 2-goal lead. Lay to corner, cleared away by Skúlason, and Óskarsson is able to collect. Plays it up to Klein. The Jamaican. Can Klein make something happen? Klein, good save there from Schwilar. And Klein was looking for his first Champions League goal. But it's a good save. There's still 10 minutes left. We still held that 2-goal lead. And ever since that flurry from Roma and early, we've been able to stifle every bit of flurry forward they've had as we head into the final few moments. A win here would be massive for our Champions League campaign against the Italian side as we head into extra time, the final few moments. And that is going to be full time with the 4-2 win. It is exactly what we needed. Óskarsson with 2, Karlsson and Skúlason with goals. 2 center backs getting goals in this one. It is a big time result. Very happy with that. It's got us 3 points on the board now and this front. Some nice bit of money to follow. Need to see how HK have done in their opening 2 games, because they should have gone ahead and got started. I believe they play on the last Thursday and this one. They just don't have the January games. So let's see how they did. Let's get to that. But meantime, while we wait for the results to come in on that front, please go ahead and subscribe, guys. We're very close to 100. So if you can help me get there, nice little milestone for me. Would be very happy to hit it. Just past a year on the channel, running through these FM videos, getting ready for next season. If you guys have ideas on next year's Build a Nation, let me know. But yeah, I'm very happy with how things have started to go in the last couple of seasons, and I think that we are very close to taking huge strides in this Build a Nation. Definitely with the change of the the game engine and everything. Some stuff didn't quite work out in terms of Building a Nation, how I wanted to do things, and I just, quite frankly, was a little lackadaisical when it came to doing certain stuff. But you gotta learn. This is my first series here, full series on FM on this channel. So to sit here and we got to learn some stuff. It can't be perfect throughout the whole time, so we'll see. Their first game in the Champions League, they tied Partigiani 0-0. Glad I did wait because that was the game they just played. Little upset that they didn't win that game at home here. Fofana played well. Arnolfsson did not. Ulfarsson did not play that well either. But it is a 0-0 result. It's still points on the board, still some extra money for HK. So I cannot really be super upset. They got some tough games though. Fenerbahce coming up, Malmo coming up, Utrecht. So they've got some tough games coming up if they can't beat Partigiani. But we've got a few more games here finishing out the league before we get to Young Boys, Bologna, and Manchester United in the Champions League. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure you guys are subscribed before you click off this video. And I'll see everybody in the next episode.